Afternoon guys, hope you're all well. Today's video, we've been working on this 2008 AutoTrail. Local couple that have come into us for some additional USB sockets for charging different devices, and also we've done an Avtex 24-inch Smart TV with soundbar, bracket, all wired up into the leisure battery. This particular TV is one of the newer ones with the freely internet TV channels on it. But jump on in, I'll show you a bit more about what we've done. So when I first started to speak to these ladies about what they wanted in terms of connectivity and power, we did discuss USB charging here. We also discussed 3-pin 240. But what I did suggest is if you plug in one plug here and have an extension here, that then immediately turns this workable space into something that's really functional, because you could have 3, 4, 5 extra sockets off one. But there is a distinct lack of modern day charging. There's the old-fashioned cigarette lighter and a TV aerial, which is silly because the TV would never go in this area. So the cigarette lighter is still functional, but what we've done now is we've now added in 2 new sockets. Now when the vehicle turned up this morning, these were just standard blank panels, nothing to see here whatsoever, and we have taken both of these out, checked that there's nothing going on behind in terms of cabling and damage, and then using a hole saw we have cut the relevant holes for these and wired them into the fused circuit. So if we start the one at the bottom here, this particular one has a little blanking cover because the LED light is always on whilst the power is on, but if you turn off the leisure battery supply, then this will go off. Now this purely means that you can plug your device in. You've got 1 amp and you've got 2.1 amp charging, and what it means is you can just put your phone in like so. My phone's faulty, so it only works on one side, and you can plug it in and you've got devices that are charging. So let's say you've got 2 phones down here plugged into here, you've got a Bluetooth speaker, you've got a tablet, you've got a torch, whatever, so you can unplug that. And then the top one here, I'll just hold the flap up, slightly different design, and this is because we've gone for a USB-A and we've gone for one of the newer style USB-Cs. Now whether you've got one of the new Apple iPhones or any of the newer Android phones and other devices, they're all coming out with Android, they're all coming out with USB-C connections now. So rather than having a messy adapter that converts USB-A to USB-C, what we've done is we've then linked in with a dual USB-A and one single USB-A and USB-C up here. So I can still plug my phone in, slightly longer lead required for this one, but I can plug my phone in like so. And what you have done, I've seen before, is you can buy on online places, no names mentioned, a little plastic holder, and that just puts your phone or your remote control or whatever you want in here. Failing that, you could actually just put a bit of Velcro on the back and stick it on there, and then have your devices out the way if you're using this as a food sort of prep area. So that's the dual USB side of it covered. As soon as I said or as I said earlier, you can just simply turn off the Habitation panel at the top here. If I do, we'll go into darkness, but what I will do, so I'll show you that now. If I press the power off like so, then we lose power to the charging socket here and the charging socket up here as well. And then we turn it back on, and that puts the lights on, and it also gives you your charging there. Right, now we're going to show you the new smart television that we fitted. So the most popular model of TV that we seem to be fitting at the moment is the 24-inch. The exact size is 23.8. This is a really nice size TV for most motorhomes. We'll always team it up with the soundbar because the speakers that are built into here, really tiny, sound a bit tinny. This just absolutely changes everything. It just gives you a little bit more full range sound for music listening or watching a film or watching the news, whatever. Either way, it's an essential add-on. So Smart TV, what we've done here is we've fitted it up on a single swing arm bracket, and that single swing arm bracket can come away from the wall itself like so. So if you've got more than 2 people watching the TV, then you've got the ability to adjust it to how you want it. If you want more flexibility, you can go for the dual swing arm, but the single swing arm is more than adequate for something like this because you've then got your full left and right motion as well as you're bringing your TV out. What we do as part of the installation when you come to Motorhome Retrofits, we don't just have a load of cables hanging down the back. We will physically lay the TV down, bolt on the soundbar, we will cloth tape all of the cables, and we will make them nice and neat. So for instance, if you wanted to, you could simply unplug the cigarette lighter that's up here, one cigarette lighter that powers both the TV and the soundbar, lift the TV off of its bracket and put it in its carry case. This particular install, there's no carry case because this is going to be in situ all the time. So when you're not using it, TV can go against the wall like so, and it's nice and stiff here for you to not have to find that the TV's floating around all over the place. Right, so we're going to pop the TV on now. With the TV you get 2 remote controls. If you press the TV one, the TV is connected to the soundbar will automatically switch on, and the same when you switch the TV off and the soundbar turns itself on, and that's called audio return channel. So this is connected via HDMI to the TV. Now what we have done is I have just connected the Freeview TV to my phone as a personal hotspot at the moment, and if I just go into the TV guide, let's have a quick look. So let's go into the channel guide. Now the channel guide itself, this is the new Freeview internet TV channel. So you are connected to the internet, there's no TV antenna connected whatsoever. You can scroll through all of the different TV channels in here, and we've just gone through, I mean there aren't 800, but it goes into the 1100s, and there aren't 1100 consecutive channels, but there are a lot of channels in there. Majority of them you're not going to be that bothered about watching because it's a load of tat, but you might be interested in that. You've also got the standard TV aerial port on the side of the TV, so you can disable the Freeview part of it, the internet TV, and connect your good old-fashioned smart TV antenna. And then failing that, you can have the TV on and the soundbar on. You can connect your mobile phone to it and you can stream music through the soundbar. You can even do that through the TV, or you can simply turn the TV off and have the soundbar on Bluetooth for you to be able to sit and enjoy some music while sat in the motorhome. So this is a 23.8 or a 24-inch smart TV. It's the new Avtex Smart VDAR range, which is also on our website, but this particular model has got the internet TV because this is the way these manufacturers are moving now. They want to do everything online. The only sad thing about that is because we live in the UK doesn't have constant 5G mobile phone networks everywhere, and a lot of the campsites that you may be on are congested or have slow speeds. So therefore having the fail-safe of having a TV antenna for me is a bit of a no-brainer, but it's completely up to you. So 2008 AutoTrail, Smart TV, soundbar, bracket, all wired into a nice fuse supply on the leisure system. We've gone for dual USB over by the kitchen area and a USB-A and a USB-C. If you're interested in any of the products we fitted in today's video, please do get in touch with us. Just fill out the contact form. We'll be able to give you a quote and hopefully get you booked in. So thanks for watching. See you on the next video.